Hi and welcome to my channel. Get ready to bring some tropical vibes to your paper. Today we are painting 7 bold and beautiful leaves in refreshing summer greens. It's the perfect project to unwind, explore color mixing and celebrate the season with watercolor. Before we begin painting, here's a quick look at my pencil sketch. Normally, I like painting leaves in a loose, free-flowing style without any sketch underneath, but this time I have made a light outline first. Here's why. I wanted to slow down and enjoy the color mixing process, especially playing with layered greens and subtle shading. Sketching first lets me focus more on shading and light rather than trying to get the shape correct while painting loosely. It also gives a bit more control if you're aiming for a slightly more illustrated or botanical look while still keeping the soft watercolor feel. So take your time to sketch out a few outlines, nothing too perfect, just some simple line work that helps you lay down the paint more easily as we begin. As for supplies, here's what I'm using today. I'm working on Milford watercolor block, cold pressed 300 GSM. It has a beautiful texture and handles layered washes really well. For paints, I'm using my Mary Blue professional watercolors, which have a rich, vibrant quality, perfect for capturing those lush tropical greens. And for brushes, I'll be using my Princeton Neptune travel set. They hold plenty of water and have lovely soft bristles that are great for loose painting and gentle blending. I have these in sizes 4, 6, 8 and 10. For more details and direct links to all the supplies, check the description box below. I have also listed the names of all the greens and blue shades I'll be using today, in case you would like to follow along and use a similar color palette. For now, here are some of the greens I'm working with: sap green, green gold, hooker's green, cobalt green light and cobalt blue green. To keep things clear while painting, I recommend making a quick color mixing chart for greens. It really helps avoid confusion, especially when you're layering or switching shades. I have mixed some cool bright greens using fresh blues and lemon yellow, and also some duller, more organic greens by combining yellow ochre with deeper greens and blues. It's a great idea to do a few color swatches ahead of time and have your paints ready before we begin. Let's begin painting our very first leaf, the Monstera. I'm using a size 10 round brush and starting with a light layer of clean water to help the paint glide and blend smoothly. To make the process easier, I have divided the leaf in half and I will be painting each section one at a time. The first half is already done as a reference and now we will paint the other half together. I'm not aiming for a realistic botanical style here. Instead, I'm using a custom mix of greens to create a bold, shaded look that feels fresh and expressive. Using my size 4 round brush, I'm starting with a bluish green using the cobalt blue-green mix I prepared earlier. As you paint the second half, remember to leave a small white gap down the center. This will serve as the central vein of the Monstera leaf, and that crisp white line instantly adds contrast, making the leaf look bold and striking. Make sure to paint around the holes of the Monstera leaf. Those negative spaces are part of what makes it so distinctive, and preserving them will really enhance the final shape. While the surface is still damp, I am gently dropping in hints of green gold and sap green. Since the paper is wet, the colors will flow and merge beautifully, creating soft transitions and natural looking shading with almost no extra work. Blend everything softly with a clean, moist brush, and that's it. Our first leaf is now ready. Let's move on to the next leaf, the Adansonii. This leaf has a lot of holes throughout its surface, which makes it look both dramatic and beautiful. For this one, we will mix a deeper shade using Prussian blue along with any bright green you like. We will work from dark to light, starting at the base and fading toward the tip of the leaf. I'm beginning by wetting the entire surface of the leaf with clean water, taking my time to carefully paint around all the holes. Once the surface is nice and damp, I will drop in the darker color from the top and let it blend gently downward, allowing the water to carry the pigment and create a soft gradient. As we move down, we will begin adding the brighter green toward the tip of the leaf to create a natural transition and a fresh, vibrant finish. Take your time to paint this leaf. It may appear small, but you certainly have to go slow around the holes. I'm using my size 4 round brush here since it has a beautiful point and it fits beautifully between the small gaps. Make sure that your brush is moist at all times to achieve a smooth gradation. And that's about it for our second leaf. I really like the gradation that we achieved here. Next, let's paint the side facing palm leaf. For this one, I'm using a mix of all the green shades we have been working with, adding variation to each strand to give the leaf more depth and dimension. I'm using a size 4 round brush with a fine tip, which is perfect for painting those long, narrow strands and drawing out the pointed tips with precision. As you pick a shade, paint a few strands with it before switching to the next. Place the colors strategically so they feel balanced across the leaf, alternating between lighter and darker tones to keep the overall look harmonious. You can leave a little space between the strands or let some colors softly bleed into each other. It's okay to keep things loose and expressive. I like to finish with a nice, deeper shade of green to ground the composition. Once all the strands are done, carefully paint along the central stem to complete your palm leaf. Up next, we will paint another palm variety, this time with a front-facing look. I'm using a size 4 round brush which gives me good control for the fine strands and pointed tips. For this one, I want to use a cool bluish green. I'm creating this mix by blending a fresher looking green into my cobalt blue green. You can use any shade of blue you like to create a similar tone. Just play around until you get something that feels right to you. Feel free to move your paper around as you paint. It really helps to find a comfortable angle, especially when working on delicate narrow strands. For this leaf, I'll be using a single color mix, but I will change the value of the color each time I paint a strand. This will add a nice effect of light and shadow and bring a subtle sense of depth and movement to the overall leaf. As you paint, try overlapping some of the strands, curving them gently and changing the direction slightly here and there. These small adjustments help the leaf feel more natural and dynamic, almost as if it's swaying gently in the breeze. Next, we will paint the banana leaf. This is a long elongated shape, and for this one I'm using a mix of fresh greens with a touch of green gold and some deeper brighter greens toward the end for a vibrant finish. Keep your paints ready before you begin. That's Naples yellow that I'll be using. We will paint one half of the leaf at a time. I'm starting with a layer of clean water on one half using my size 10 round brush for this initial wash, and then switching to a size 4 or 6 round brush. I will begin at the top by dropping in a bit of Naples yellow. As I pull the paint downward, I will gradually start blending in the greens. Now, there is no right or wrong here. Feel free to play with your own palette. Blend the colors softly, keeping the outer edge lighter and building up deeper tones closer to the central vein. To get smooth transitions, try using light brush pressure and keep your brush slightly damp to help soften any harsh edges as you go. Once the first half is done, move on to the other side and repeat the same steps. If you would like, you can also add a cool bluish green here and there. It adds a lovely pop of color and suggests soft shadows. Blend everything nicely so the transitions feel natural. After the leaf has dried, I'm going in with a deeper green mix in certain areas to enhance the shadows and give the leaf more dimension. Go easy here, just a few subtle touches are enough. Make sure to blend everything nicely with a damp brush. Then, using a green shade of your choice, paint along the central vein, pull the color downward and finish off the stem. At this point, we will take a pause and let everything dry fully. We will come back later to add subtle veins across the banana leaf at the end. The sixth leaf in our collection is the Aralia leaf. To paint this one, I'll be using just three colors: lemon yellow, sap green and hooker's green. Begin by layering the entire surface of the leaf with clean water. This helps the color blend beautifully and keeps the painting soft and fluid. While the surface is still wet, drop in some lemon yellow onto each of the leaf sections. Let the color naturally bleed and spread across the damp paper. Once you have the yellow in place, drop in some sap green and allow the two colors to blend smoothly. You can gently move the color around with a light hand if needed to help create a nice transition. Try to maintain some lighter yellow areas and some darker green zones for variation. Avoid covering all the yellow with green. Having both visible gives the leaf a fresh, luminous look. I'm blending everything nicely with a moist, damp brush. Toward the end, add in some hooker's green or a deeper green mix to create dark contrasts in few areas for depth and interest. Finally, paint a thin, delicate stem to complete the Aralia leaf. We will add the veins once all the leaves have dried completely, so set this one aside and let it rest. For the last and final leaf, we will be using a single shade of turquoise bluish green. It is a cool, vibrant color that will give the leaf a beautiful fresh feel. As always, we will begin by applying a layer of clean water all over the surface of the leaf. Then drop in the deeper tone of the bluish green near the base of the leaf and blend it smoothly as you move down toward the tip. Once the color is laid down and blended nicely, use a clean, slightly moist brush to lift off some paint in soft upward or downward strokes as if you are drawing the veins directly with your brush. This gentle color lifting creates a subtle vein-like texture that gives the leaf an airy, delicate quality. It may look very subtle now, but once the leaf is dry and we add those super fine final veins, this texture will really come to life. And now comes the final step, adding veins to all of the leaves. We will go over each one and carefully add in those subtle details. Veins instantly bring the leaves to life, and since each type of leaf has its own unique vein structure, I encourage you to observe those differences as a part of your leaf study. It's these soft, thoughtful details that make each leaf feel distinct and complete, and they truly add that finishing touch that brings the painting to life. I hope you enjoyed painting with me and learned how to mix a variety of greens, yellows and blues to create your own unique shades. More than anything, I hope this gave you a chance to relax and build your own little collection of tropical leaves. If you decide to share your work on Instagram, don't forget to tag me. I would love to see your beautiful creations. And let me know in the comments below which leaf was your favorite. I would really love to know what resonated with you in today's tutorial. And lastly, if you enjoyed this session, do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for watching and happy painting.